Hi everyone, I'm Jamie Alden with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group, and today I wanted to give a quick update on what I'm currently seeing in the Mahomet real estate market as we head further into spring 2026. So I recently pulled updated market statistics from Mahomet, and there are actually some really interesting trends happening right now. The short version is this. Mahomet continues to show long-term desirability. Homes are selling significantly faster than they were a year ago, and inventory has improved somewhat compared to the really tight market conditions that we've seen over the past few years. So let's break it down. One of the most interesting things I notice is that Mahomet home values have remained remarkably stable year over year. In April 2026, the median sales price in Mahomet was about $390,500. Last year at this time, it was around $392,700. So despite higher interest rates and all the conversations people have been having about the housing market, Mahomet prices have remained relatively steady overall. To me, that speaks to the continued desirability of the community, the schools, the neighborhoods, and the overall location. Another really notable trend is how much faster homes are selling compared to this time last year. So the average market time in Mahomet dropped from 64 days last April to just 39 days this April. And that's a pretty dramatic shift. So what that tells me is that buyers are still actively watching the market and moving quickly when the right home hits the market, especially homes that are well prepared, priced appropriately, and marketed well. Inventory has also improved somewhat. For the past several years, buyers were dealing with extremely limited options, and we're starting to see just a little bit more breathing room now. Month supply in Mahomet increased from 1.8 months to 2.5 months year over year, and new listings also increased significantly. That's important because it gives buyers a few more choices than they had during the peak frenzy years. Now, that doesn't mean that inventory is suddenly high. By historical standards, inventory is still pretty limited. But the market does feel a little more balanced than it did a couple years ago. For sellers, I think this market still presents really strong opportunities. Homes are still selling close to asking price on average, but preparation matters tremendously right now. And the homes that stand out the most, they show well, they feel move-in ready, they're thoughtfully prepared, and they're strategically priced from the beginning. Buyers are a little more selective than they were during the peak frenzy years. For buyers, improving inventory levels may create a little more flexibility and opportunity compared to recent years. I'm still seeing buyers move quickly for the right homes, but there's generally a little more breathing room than there was during the height of the market competition, as I mentioned. So overall, I continue to see strong interest in Mahomet specifically. People are drawn to, our community atmosphere, parks and rec, the newly established neighborhoods, schools, proximity to Champaign-Urbana. And I'm also continuing to see interest from both local move-up buyers and people relocating to this area. If you'd like to read the full market update, I'll link the blog post in the description. And if you're thinking about buying, selling, relocating, or simply want to better understand what your home may be worth in today's market, I'm always happy to help. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.